welcome to the council. My dear elders.
Ben.
Welcome to today's meeting.
Thank you.
Madalla. Thank you. Thank you.
How's everything? How's business?
We thank God.
Yeah.
Things are going in and out.
How are the cows?
So alhamdulillah,
They
then
are in there very well.
then they inside the bush and some day for market.
Alhamdulillah. My lady, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Welcome to today's meeting.
Thank
Otumba.
you.
Ben, oil price is falling, cocoa is coming back up. We're coming back up.
Praise the Lord.
Ben, oil price is falling.
Okay, welcome to today's meeting.
Ben.
I have an issue today.
Mm-hmm. As usual.
Yes, I think all elders must contribute.
Yes.
On Tuesday, I went to Ogwefi's shop. Not the one at the market square, the one at that roundabout near the King's Palace. And I saw one small boy, 7 years old. He was about 9:30 in the morning.
What did he thief?
Oh,
He did not thief anything. He was busy selling in the market, in your shop. But why? That is not good now.
But he's supposed to be in school.
Yes,
that was the Chukwuemeka.
What in
Chukwuemeka
concern?
has not been going to
Hey!
business now.
So you people have been putting mad and mad for my business.
No, but Ogwefi, that is what we call child abuse.
Who abuse who?
You abuse the child.
Me.
Yes.
The boy come report. Because I say he head no correct. He came to come and meet you to say me abuse him.
I came to your shop and I saw him selling when he's supposed to be in school.
Okay.
Otumba, you are not contributing to this thing.
Ogwefi.
It is him father bring and come say make he come learn work.
Ogwefi.
The father said
His father bring him to learn work. How many times have I told you that this is the reason why EFCC will pursue you one day? Carry small children that are meant to be in school. Sometimes there are even nursery school children. What does nursery school children want to learn in your shop?
Otumba.
Are you a mechanic?
When the father brought the boy, he came to my job.
At least you allow the child be like 11 or 12. Before me, I take anybody under my auspices. I make sure they are at least 11. Yes.
Otumba, there's no difference.
11.
Both of you are illiterate. 11 years old, 7 years old. They are children.
11 or 12 is after primary school.
But do you run a school?
When you come to where we take care of things, we are teaching you, and that is a school.
What are you teaching
It's called a school of thought. Look, if you read in the books, they'll say a school of thought thinks that. That means a school of thought. So any children that come around us, they come to learn.
Please wait. You are a widely traveled man.
Benny, yes, in
Educated
Panama, I'm telling you, in Panama, the last time I was in Panama, or was it even Honolulu, the last time I was in Honolulu, I saw children being bank managers.
At which?
Yes.
Otumba.
Children counting out currency to elderly people. That is to show that they have already advanced in their industry. So why can't we have the same year?
Okay.
Let me tell you how the case happened.
Okay.
The boy father brought him to me. He said they put the boy in one class. He failed in no book. They put him in this class. He failed in no book. The third one, he failed in no book. I said, if this boy head cannot accept book, in head must accept business.
I disagree. There are various types of schools that we have. We have, what you are talking about is probably normal schooling system, primary, secondary.
Trying to help somebody.
But we also have vocational schools. Why don't you send this school to acquire a standard vocational education?
Madalla, here I will come in. I have never supported Ogwefi, but today was the only time he has raised a very important point.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Saboda, at the end of the day, let us try to understand the meaning of even child abuse. Child abuse is when you refuse to give the child what the child is supposed to acquire at that particular time before he started growing up. And if you are looking forward to put your child in the school, or primary school to secondary school, and the child keep failing, he is not passing his examination. The next thing before the boy will grow and become armed robber is to put him into a very useful something that is business.
But if you said somebody is not smart enough to go to school, to understand the normal educational,
Yes.
why do you think this guy will be good enough to sell.
Because
business.
listen to me, because Ogwefi has Koboko. And whenever the child made a mistake and he gives something, maybe he did not put money, Ogwefi plug him.
That is child abuse. That is the
Even
child
the
abuse that we're talking
flogging
about.
is child abuse.
In Africa, we use Koboko. When I was small, my father beat me. So I painted. That is why I am now a very responsible Alhaji.
Edurona, before school, was it not the farm?
Yes.
That
Was
in those days.
You see those days? We're still those days because the children that you send to school nowadays, they come out some of them worse than the one that didn't go to school. I'm telling you, because they go to school, they go to school and learn worse and worse abuse than the one that didn't go to school.
No.
Moderate.
So,
moderate.
Wait.
Moderate.
So if you send somebody to farm to learn, it's not abuse.
What I, as a Ogbuefi consider child abuse, it's not that child within my shop is learning a trade. If you carry puff, you carry a biscuit, you carry granite, put on top a tray, put for picking hard, tell him to enter inside the sun from morning till 6 for evening before he come out, before he chop breakfast. That is child abuse. That going outside.
Can I say
But
something
in my
here?
job,
Yes.
in my job, there's a fan blowing the boy. The boy in the morning, he drink a tea and bread. Afternoon, he chop a gari and beans. For evening, he chop a vegetable with goosey. At times, if I chop a share with the men, I give the boy chop. Have I not to try for the boy life?
But what do you think you've contributed towards the guy's future?
Him future.
Because we are not talking of what we are doing today. What's the difference between the boy in your shop and the boy that carries
pop-up?
on the
Let me-
street?
I will tell you the difference. I will tell you the difference. Difference in the boy in the shop and the boy carrying puff and everything in the road is one reckless driver.
Yes.
Yes, brake failure.
Absolutely.
Brake
And
failure. He's on the
let me
express.
come in.
The brake failure and the boy he cross over to the other side is all over.
Absolutely.
But if he's in the shop or somewhere under the inside the cocoa farm, under the tree, after he pluck a few pods of cocoa, he go under the tree, breeze blow him, he even lick some of it. I don't complain. I have never complained.
And let me say something here, Mr. Moderator. You see, this is the thing we are talking about, whether business, not business. The reality of the whole issue is that if you look at even the high-ranking people, the government, they have contributed in child abuse. That is the fact. Because how can you go and sit at a high table? You are in AC in your house, in your office, in your car, and all the places that you visit, and you keep telling the poor people to pay school fees. At the end of the day, the parent cannot afford it. Then how do you expect this child to go to school? That is one. And they did not pay pool, so the child must go out and sell pure water for them to be able to get money. But if you now make a primary and secondary school free education, then the parent would have no choice rather than to send the children with Koboko to go to school because they know they cannot pay anything.
Let's take a contribution from all our people that are seated here.
In the course of your discussion, somebody was talking about flogging as child abuse. And my take on that is, in Africa, flogging is not necessarily child abuse. Because you need to train kids, and even the Bible says,
spare the rod and spoil the child. Benny.
So you need to sometimes use that type of punishment to guide people in the right way.
Yes.
So that's my
This
take
my
on
stick
it.
at times. When I flog that boy for shop with it, the boy had the complaint.
Okay, you see,
You are
this
a
is what we
very
are talking
dangerous man.
about.
Thank you
This
very
is what we
much.
are talking
But
about.
again, there's going to be limits. to so many
That is what I'm saying.
Because
Beating
I-
is
I've
different from
seen
beating.
I've seen parents beat their children.
To
And
stupor.
you see-
Because
you see the marks all over
because
their
when you are punishing a child, you punish to correct, not punish to kill.
Eh.
Because when we were small, they give us a touch your toe.
This one.
They'll give us
And pick a pin,
touch,
pick a pin.
pick that pin.
And pick a
Or
pin.
they say we
Release me.
Sit down.
or they say kneel down, raise up your hands and close your eyes. But when you kneel down, raise up your hands, you now carry something on top the raised hands. That's excessive. Then when you say angu 90, that's excessive. Or Joko Dera, Have you joko there before? Have you tried it?
Yes, I have.
See, for the next 30 years, your lumbago. Here.
Okay.
So those ones are.
What I want to say for a child being abused sexually, for instance, an older man who exposes any of his sexual parts to a little girl, at least the girl has been abused sexually in one way or the other. Then vice versa. I want the council to contemplate on it.
You're that phone.
And you see, that's the thing in our society. We feel until you tie a girl down and then you have your sexual ways with her, that is when you have abused the child. That, as a matter of fact, is actually rape. When you expose vital parts of your body, even when an older woman exposes part of her body to a younger man, to a small boy, that is sexual abuse.
Absolutely.
And then you find those children growing up with
that mentality.
mentality.
As a matter of fact, it is from the small place that we don't think counts that they start to learn.
Okay. We also have somebody who wants to say
My
something.
contribution is that let's not forget that poverty leads to this issue called child abuse. For instance, a friend of mine, the parents doesn't have money to send her to school, and she ends up staying with her uncle. And because of it, the uncle sees it as an opportunity to sexually abuse her. And so, what am I trying to bring out is that poverty actually leads to child abuse in our nation. So that's what I want to contribute.
Yes, yes. You see, I have said it before. Even if it is not, it did not happen to you, talk about your friend. And that is what she did now, which is a very important point.
And that's why me.
Moderate.
Okay.
Moderate. What I have to say now, who wants to see that your friend correct the number of the uncle. The IG of the police is my friend.
Okay.
That man, we are going to arrest him and charge him for sexual
That's too long.
But,
We will
moderator,
flog him.
Moderator,
Okay.
there is something that I
flog
know
him.
happened at Victoria Island. This woman that sell local food.
Okay.
I was a person, I now saw a lot of people. They said she had about 5 years old daughter, and the girl was gallivanting while the woman was busy putting food on fire, taking care of her customer and all this thing. Then there is one security at one corner, and the girl will now go and be playing, and she's not putting on pants. So he will carry her as if he's playing with her on his lap. All of a sudden, this man remove his zip, and the koboko was on. You understand? He has ignited the engine, and all of a sudden, maybe the thing has overcome his head, and before you know it, this girl, small girl, scream, ah! Before you know it, and people rush, and there was serious blood. It is a true story. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, wallahi. They have to rush the girl to the hospital, and this girl has done a lot of injury.
At the age of 5 years old, automatically when that girl grows up, she's psychologically
affected.
Yes,
she's
she
mentally affected, she's spiritually affected, she's emotionally damaged.
Absolutely.
And that was the same thing that happened to Memuna too.
Yes. And then you see the consequences of this is they will start sleeping. They are the ones that go into prostitution. They are the ones that try to sleep with lecturers to get
Because they can't trust any man anymore.
They are the ones that get married and still have extramarital affairs because they have been psychologically demented. They cannot think straight anymore.
Where did you say that thing happened?
At Victoria Island.
I am not going to that area again. My leg will not reach a place.
On the contrary,
where the floor has been spread.
the council will go to that place and we will go and arrest that man.
To let the society know that we have responsible members of the council.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
But
the society has reposed so
Yes.
much confidence.
And
But
if
moderator,
that man that
Yes.
did that thing, maybe him belong to OPC or maybe him a police officer. 4 of you will go. Only me will stay at home. You go and bring the man to come and meet me here.
see, and one important point. The law is not on the side of these children.
Yes.
Like this person I told you that now abused this 5 years old. It is understandable that he did not even stay long in the police station and he's back to his business. You understand? I'm telling you, because at the end of the day, so many people committed such a crime and they were charged for nothing with impunity. You understand?
why?
Nobody punish them. And
know
even
why?
if you are to go to prison, if they take you to court, I learned that that if it is rape, that you stay there for not more than maybe in 3 months.
No.
Excuse me.
They must be
If
raped
you
in
don't
return.
If you don't have information, you ask people who are educated.
They must
like
be
me.
raped in
You don't
return.
quote the law wrongly. If you are not educated, it's not anybody's fault.
So-
If it is rape, you have to go to jail for life imprisonment. Yes, that is the.
Is it in Nigeria or in another country?
However, the situation.
But
The
there is
situation.
something.
Can I explain to you that the situation is that it is very difficult to prove rape. To prove rape because of the society that we live in. You rape a young girl, she's ashamed to come forward.
It's a
to
lie.
say she's been raped.
It depends on how she take a cry.
She's afraid.
It depends. There's a cry that
Yes.
go with rape.
Yes.
That is a proof.
Yes.
Now, Alhaji, let me start with
Solution.
you.
Solution.
Okay.
Solutions to child abuse. Now,
And-
mind you, how
wait,
do
wait,
we
wait.
stop elders in our society from abusing our children?
Yes, the way we are going to do it is that they say charity begins at home. First of all, you have to teach your child how to dress properly so as not to attract the elderly people who are liking. You understand? That is one. Secondly, if you are a widower, you have to go and get married again so as to stop that stupidity that you are doing. At the end of the day, ladies like in the university, they have to know how to dress properly. Don't go outside and, kind of do your gallivanting and come out and just do like this to your lecturer on his table so that he will see here. Absolutely, he will request. Yes. So we should be careful.
Temptation is the word. Avoid temptation. Because it's the one that is ruining our nation. When somebody has ojukokoro and they cannot meet their immediate needs, it pushes them into unnecessary crevices. Small children should not be on this road selling. But maybe their parents cannot afford the livelihood. They have done more than themselves, so the children have to fend for the family. It's wrong. If you are not tempted and you don't have ojukokoro, if you know it's only one child you can take care of, born one child.
Thank you.
Then those that cane children till the skin tear. Even donkey, when the beating was too much, he told Balaam, wetin happen. So everything must be in moderation. Even in as much as we look around, the government, like Ore said, there is not happy. There are no laws or rules to help all these our abuses. There is nobody fighting for anybody. Everybody is fighting for their own stomach. So everybody should be responsible for the next person. That's the solution. If you are responsible for the next
Thank
person,
you very much. Okay, 1 minute.
Harder penalties, stiffer penalties. If you child abuse, 20 years. If you sense abuse, life imprisonment
With a hard label.
with a hard labor.
Kwarai.
So, which of course,
and rape in return.
no, that one not there. That is why that.
So you will know
that
how it is.
boy,
An eye for an eye.
that boy in my shop. First thing next week, I am going to enroll that boy for school. If you like me to the fail there, the boy must stay in that school.
Yes.
Finally, Lady Somina.
As you know, I always talk from the woman's perspective. The solution is the women. Mothers need to care more for their children. There are societies where when the daughters are being mutilated in the name of circumcision, mothers are not saying anything, they are not fighting for it, they are not protecting their children's rights. That is an abuse. There are societies where somebody that is 65 years old is getting married to a child of 11 years old. The mother is there, she's collecting the dowry. These are the things that are killing us and affecting our country. Child abuse is a terrible thing. You can abuse a child in various ways. And it's very important that people in the society realize that a woman's place is important. Women need to stand up. Women need to speak up. Women need to fight for their children.
Can you imagine?
All right, thank you very much. Child abuse, please, let's stop it. It's not just about sending the kids out to go and sell. It's about doing what we all know is wrong. Don't send your kids out. Don't expose your children to all these people who are capable of abusing them. Until we meet again for another meeting, it's been the elders of the council. Thank you very much. and see you again.